Well, good morning, everybody. I'm having some audio feed this morning, so I hope you guys are hearing this loud and clear. God only knows what the hell's going on. My equipment it just messes up on me left and right. I don't know. But I hope you guys are having a great Thursday so far. It is 9:30 in the a.m., and I'm sitting here looking up all the new developments, the so-called developments anyway, about this election and blah blah. I mean, it's just going haywire all over the place, people. You're getting all these reports. You're getting Giuliani out there talking about how this is going to be overturned. It's going to be handed to Trump. It's going to be a smooth transition, blah blah. Now, we know history. This has happened before. Now, we know that. But what I'm trying to tell you guys right now is just be prepared. Don't be surprised at the outcome of the election, okay? Yes, the Dems stole the election. I mean, that's what they do. But I want you guys to understand that for decades upon decades upon decades, you know, election tampering, meddling, fraud, whatever you want to call it, it's been going on. And it's not going to stop, okay? That should upset you even more. The fact that you don't have a voice should really upset you more than the fact that that they're trying to hand Joe Biden the presidency. Okay, well, maybe he'll get it. Who knows? But I want you guys to understand something. I'm just going to walk you through the first 4 years of a Joe Biden presidency, okay? It's going to be an utter joke, all right? An utter joke. Because, guys, look, regardless of what they tell you, the president of the United States is not the most powerful man in the world. Okay, now Biden said the first thing he's going to do is he's going to mandate masks, and everybody's going to have to wear one, and he's going to shut the economy down for 3 months. He's going to do all this and that. He can't do all that. Okay, that has to be done on a state level. Plus, we still control the Senate. So here's the deal. And when I say we, I mean Trump supporters, Republicans. I'm not a Republican, but I do support, in many cases, you know, in terms of political views and policies and things like that. Currently, I hold the support for the Republican Party. But just imagine what it was like during the Trump campaign. The Dems didn't want to work with him. They didn't want to do anything. They refused to work with him. And that's what it's going to be like under Biden. Okay, you think Republicans are going to work with Biden? I mean, we've got the Supreme Court and we got the Senate. Biden's not going to get anything done. Okay, and it's going to be by grand design. I suspect if they don't hand Trump the election, Trump can come back in 4 years, run again, and say, "See, I told you so." It'll be like an aha moment. Okay. Now everybody's worried about Kamala Harris going to take over and run the country. Yes, that is possible. Is it probable? No, she doesn't. She's not a leader. Okay, she can't even debate. She doesn't get anything done. She hasn't gotten anything. These are two candidates that have done absolutely nada. So the idea that they're going to be the leaders of America is just, it's absurd. And I don't think you guys need to worry about it, because nothing's going to get done. Yes, your taxes might go up, but as far as, you know, enforced vaccination, they're going to force you to do this. No, they're not, because the developments about the vaccine, actually what's going on is that Americans are not going to be the first to get it. Americans are going to be last in line for this vaccine that's coming out. Okay, now you got all these people out there who's conspiracy theories, and trust me, I love conspiracy theories. I love them. I love talking about them. But the reality of, they're going to send the military in, they're going to round everybody up, you're going to take the vaccine, or you're going to go to jail, that's just not going to happen, people. Y'all really need to calm down on that. And I know a lot of you believe that because I can see what you post on social media. So let's not rock the boat here. with craziness because just the sound of it sounds like a freaking movie. All right? We still got some very, very, very patriotic people in the government. We got very patriotic people in Congress. And such a thing is just not going to happen. Nothing is going to get done under Biden. Okay, it's all by grand design. Trump's not going to walk away with his head down in the sunset with that sad music playing, okay? It's not going to happen. He's not going anywhere. Just like COVID. COVID's not going anywhere. So what we need to do is we need to, of course, as Trump said, figure out a way to live with it. Well, there's really no figuring out a way to live with it because, we live with shit now. There's no figuring it out. You just live with it. You just forget about it. Turn off your TVs. Stop listening to these bullshit podcasts. Not mine, of course. But don't listen to these crazy people, man. Because, look, the whole art of it is, it's a scandal. Everything is a scam. Do you guys not remember that shit growing up? Did your parents not ever teach you to beware of scams and deceptions? Because that's what this whole thing is. The whole world's a set stage. They don't want you thinking for yourself. They want you living in fear. So now, and it works because everybody's on the tightrope. Everybody's running around, freaking out, praying to God for Trump, like he's going to do anything. Trump's not going to do anything. Come on, guys. Let's look. Let's just look at the overall situation here. Now, don't get me wrong. I like Trump. I think he's a good president. And mainly because we haven't had any wars. He's not a warmonger, which I admire. And I also admire the fact that he speaks his mind. Whatever comes to his mind, he says whatever it is, it's on his mind. That earns more respect than the politician reading the teleprompter. Or in Biden's case, I don't know, stick figures or, colored blocks or whatever the hell he does. Because that guy he's just not right. And so, to me, it's just a big joke. I think it's hilarious. And I've had a great 4 years ridiculing these snowflakes. Just loving the hell out of it with their transgender politics and all that crazy stuff. I've had a great 4 years, and it's been pretty profitable in terms of getting a lot of people onto my show. But we all saw this coming. We saw this coming. It shouldn't be a surprise. Okay, Trump saw this coming. Trump saw this coming. He told everybody. Everybody should have been on red alert, looking out for this sort of thing. So, why is everybody surprised? And why is everybody panicking and freaked out? Do you honestly think Biden's going to get anything done? He's not going to get nothing done. He's a sitting duck president. That dude was too lazy to even campaign. What do you think he's going to do? He's going to go straight into the Oval Office, put his head on his desk, and go to sleep. That's what he's going to do. He's not going to get nothing done. The Senate's not going to. There's no way they're not going to work with him. They're not, because everything that he's wanting to do, like gun bans and stuff. Dude, okay, let's talk about that. You can ban anything you want. Ban it. That's a 3-letter word. We're going to ban. Ban all you want. Okay. The last I checked, in a lot of states, sodomy is still illegal. But what are they going to do? Go arrest all the homosexuals? What are they going to do? It's just, you can ban anything. It doesn't matter. It's banned. We're banning assault rifles. Okay, well, that's a double-edged sword, and that is an oxymoron. Because, number one, we all know that there's no such thing as an assault rifle. Not today, not tomorrow, not 15 years from now. I don't care. You can rewrite history, but you can't rewrite the dictionary. You can have your little urban ebonics dictionary, and you can all this crazy nonsense we're having to learn to talk to these idiots these days. I don't even know what they're saying. But anyway, ban all you want. You're not going to get it. Nobody is going to comply. Okay? Just like, okay, if you try to mandate masks for everyone, how many people do you think is going to go along with it? Just look around today. The mask wearers are thinning out. They're thinning out. People, I mean, you still got idiots out there that actually believe this whole thing is real. That there's this apocalyptic virus going around that's going to wipe us all out. And as much as I would want that to be true, it's just not true. All right? It's not because it could be, okay? It could be. I'll extend an olive branch here. I'll go out on a limb. It could be that they're prepping us to be accepted to take a vaccine. It could be. Or it could be that they use this as a political distraction while they tampered and stole the election. See, I think it's most likely that that was the scenario, that they keep everybody fearful and not looking over here. You know, I just got a report yesterday that Texas has now surpassed 1 million cases. 1 million cases. Okay. Cases are not deaths, okay? They're not deaths. So when people say, oh my God, we simply must, Harold. We cannot go to Applebee's if you're not wearing your mask. I do not want to see you die either. Even though you smoke like a chimney, you chew chewing tobacco, and you're 50 pounds overweight, I don't want to see you die. Okay. It's a joke, people. It's a running joke. And it's an awesome thing that more and more people are waking up by the day. I'm loving it. I'm sure they're not loving it, but I'm loving the hell out of it. I like to see people finally thinking for themselves. I like to see, unfortunately, we still have those, and you know, I know I'm supposed to be friendly to everybody, but I'm not. And for those of you walking around, you little Karens, it would not bother me if you choked on a chicken nugget today. I wouldn't care, because it's people like you that buy into that fear porn, spread it around, and keep everybody distracted on things that they should not be distracted with. Right now, we're witnessing one of the biggest frauds in history, and it looks to me like they're going to get away with it. They're going to, I mean, I hate to say it, but that's just, they're going to get away with it. Now, I could be wrong. There is a possibility that it will be overturned, that enough havoc has been raised, enough legal action has been raised, but thus far there has not really been enough voter fraud not to prove they had anything to do with it. Right now, what they're suggesting is people were going out there voting twice. There were families coming together, filling out these crazy little ballots with the dog's name, great Aunt Sarah's name that died 60 years ago, her name. I mean, that's what they have, but they don't really have enough to pin it on anybody that's really responsible for it. We know the Democrats had everything in the world to do with it, but you just can't prove it, and that's the problem. It's not what you know, it's what you can prove. Now, as I said, there is a possibility that it will be overturned and the election will be handed to Trump. It's happened before. They called it way too early, and people were dancing in the street. What was it, Romney? They were dancing in the street for Romney, and then it got overturned and handed to Bush. So that could be a possibility. Now, if that happens, expect chaos to erupt. Now, I'm not worried about it. I live in Abilene, Texas. I am not worried about it because, number one, there are not enough snowflakes to raise any kind of hell, and it would be a very short show. But if you live in a blue state, forget it. I mean, if you live in a blue state, forget it. You're caught in the hell. That's just the way it is. I do not know what to tell you. But they're going to raise hell. We already know that. Rioting, looting, and tearing shit up, that's just what they do. They don't know how to carry out anything other than mass destruction and robbing shoes and computers and laptops and Apple products and stupid shit like that. That's how they get their point across. But don't worry about it. It's not going to be as bad as you think. It's going to be pretty entertaining, actually. Now, assuming Biden actually goes a full 4 years, There's going to be a lot of speculation on that, and I'll tell you why. Because, number one, I don't even know how he was even allowed to run for office. I mean, he's had aneurysms. He's had strokes. He's not all there. He can't carry on a conversation. He can't even focus on one point. He can't string a sentence together. There's so many things this man is incapable of doing. With that being said, they'll probably come together and bring him to the table and say, look, Joe, you're out of there. You're not capable of doing this, as if we didn't already know that. And then Kamala will be appointed. But still, don't be alarmed. What's she going to do? Nothing. She's not going to do shit. And let's not forget Clarence Thomas. He's the SCOTUS right now. He's the one that's going to be making the decision. Because I believe, and this is another possibility that I think could give Trump the election. We all know who Clarence Thomas is. Joe Biden back in the 80s tried to destroy this man's reputation. Tried to put him in jail. He defamed him. Right there on national television. And it was a known fact that he had ties to the KKK. And the black community knew this. You guys need to take a trip back in time. Oh, trust me, it hasn't been forgotten. Not in the short run anyway. There's a lot of people out there that'll vote Biden just because he's a Democrat, and that's all that a lot of people have voted for their whole lives. They don't give a shit. There's lifelong Democrats. They don't really care. They vote. And yet, I mean, but it's going to go before Clarence Thomas. Now, who do you think? Who do you think that the election's going to tip in favor of? What, are you going to challenge the SCOTUS? No. Not likely. That'll be the final nail in the coffin right there. And I hope it's live when it goes to him and he actually gets to make the call. I swear, I really hope that it's televised so that we could all see for ourselves, you know, what's going to befall of it. It's going to be great. I think this is hilarious. I mean, you guys need to at least find some kind of hilarity out of it. It's insane. Well, anyway, I know I got started a little late this morning, a whole 1 minute late. I had decided on 9:30 in the morning doing morning shows, but that still may be a little too late because a lot of you are getting up and going to work, and I want to catch you guys before you actually get to work so that you don't have to go back and listen to the podcast later. These are short segments, 30 minutes long at the most. No commercials, no interruptions. So I want you guys to do me a favor. If you like this content, be sure that you share it around, tag your friends, introduce them to the podcast because this is going to be a normal thing. Early morning shows, I think they're the best. It's people are fresh out of their slumber. They're not distracted too much with the world, and they're getting fresh information that could stick and is more valuable than the bullshit that they're putting out there on the news. And guys, that's the thing. Stop watching the news. Just stop it. Go about your day. Go about your day, man. Go putt-putt golfing. Go go-kart riding. Go hiking. Go fishing, camping. Shit, you know. Go get into a ring and beat the shit out of each other. Whatever the hell it is you got to do to distract yourself from the bullshit, because that's all it is bullshit. That's all it is bullshit. Oh, and if any of you leftists out there that really love Biden, that are already they're celebrating and jumping in the streets, and you're up there talking shit to people on social media, I see you. I'm not going to call you out just yet, but I see what you're doing. Let it be known, Biden has not been officiated as the winner yet. He keeps calling himself president-elect. Okay, that's fine. The news called him president-elect before the end of the deadline, where all the ballots and the voter counts were supposed to be in. Okay. And I know you guys hate history so much, but just understand that this is just history repeating itself. There is many odds against you right now. Not saying you're going to lose. I'm saying I think it's just a little too early for you to be all celebratory and shit. That's all I'm saying. So anyway, announcement. Early morning shows, Monday through Sunday. Got Metal Mayhem at Saturday night from 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. for those of you that like good music, hardcore, get your mind off shit. We'll be hosting that. And I got a lot of new changes coming up, and I will be announcing that as we go. So in the meantime, you guys stay up, keep alert. Don't be all pissed off at the world. Don't be all on edge, because I noticed just going out in public, the energy, it's just not a positive energy. I think you guys need to just really tame it down a little bit. Because, I mean, we got Beavis and Butthead up for election right now, okay? That's all it is, Beavis and Butthead. And if anything, it should make you guys laugh. Yeah, I understand, the frustration of knowing that your vote really doesn't count, because when they're actually stealing and putting people in office that they want to put in, regardless of the popular vote, regardless of what the Electoral College, anything, you should be mad. And that should be the only thing right there. Who gives a shit who's president? President can only do so much anyway. At the end of the day, it's up to your governors. It's up to your senators on the state and federal level. You guys need to pay attention to who these people are getting into, because they're the ones that are going to be making the decisions. They're the lawmakers. They're the ones that are going to be either passing shit that's not going to benefit you or shit that's going to benefit you. The president, he could sit up there and bark policies all day. It doesn't mean shit. So, you guys take care. Have a wonderful Thursday, and I will see you all Friday morning. I will try to get it done by, about 8. I'm guessing about 8 o'clock. That's what I'm going to shoot for. Not saying that's what I'm going to do, but that's what I'm going to shoot for. 8 o'clock, Monday through Sunday morning shows. And on Saturday and Sundays, I may extend that a little later for people that want to sleep in, because by God knows I want to. But you guys take care. Have yourselves a blessed day. Don't stress so much, and I will see you all on the next segment. So, calm down, guys. It's going to be all right.